Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Special on Waka Canada. I'm sure you guys were wondering why I'm blushing. I am super excited because I have my own very personal person in the studio with me. I have one of the finest MC actor, dance. Oh my goodness. Don't let me bore you yet, but because this one, now me and now today, we go ask all the question. Is no other person than Papi J himself.
Yes.
I call him Papi J. Oh, I know why, but I'm sure you guys will be wondering why he's being called Papi J. So I'll allow him introduce himself because if I start, I know I'm well. Is my personal person from way back.
You don't
Papi J. It's good to have you in our studio. Welcome, sir.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
And he's always smiling, oh, with the Oyinbo, but today, not today.
Now I'm frowning.
So, Papi J, good to have you in our studio.
Yeah, good to be here. Good to be here. You were saying something about Papi J. Like, is that my real name? Of course, that's not my real name.
I know.
All right, so I'll start from here. My name is Kunle Agbaje, and obviously a citizen of Nigeria and from Lagos State. What else? Okay. I went to primary school in Lagos, Nigeria, Zaradin Primary School, and then I went to secondary school. Part of it in Abeokuta, which is where I got some of my Agbaje dialects from, Abeokuta Grammar School. And then I moved back to Lagos for my senior secondary school, Mayday College. It was a private college in Ikmori, Surulere, so you probably don't know it. From there, I moved to Lagos State Polytechnic to study business administration. I did that, and then I went to University of Ilorin for my BSc in economics. After which, in Canada, I did diploma in accounting and payroll, and right now I'm taking cybersecurity.
Wow.
Yeah, did a few health courses, and yes, bam.
Wow. I told you guys that this guy is bundle of talent. Like, he's so loaded. So I'm going to be personal with him because, of course, I've known him from way back. So most of my questions will be like, because I know him, that's why I'll be asking him those questions. Papi J, back home in Nigeria, you were doing well. I know you will.
Well,
he was a good dancer. He dances his soul out. He was a good business person. So when did you decide to migrate to Canada?
Okay. Well, 6 years ago, I migrated to Canada. And the rationale behind that was, at some point, it became a necessity to be a world-class citizen, and you need to break that cycle of struggle for the upcoming generations, So I decided to make that move and said, you know what, this is something I got to do for my generations to come. And I decided that, okay, I'll move to Canada. It wasn't because I wasn't doing well. I could always maneuver in Nigeria, right? But I just needed to do something more, The struggle was just so much. And look how it is today. So many people are now thinking of what I did back 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Before the old Jackpot plan and all that came
you.
to limelight. But I thank God that I made that decision, not just for me, but for everybody coming along, So basically that's it.
So how has it been like settling down in Canada?
No be small thing.
Because I know you are social, you're full of life, you always want to be there. And being in here, how has it been?
The thing is, being in Canada is like, so a friend of mine said something, now like courts, if you know John, you know go no.
Telling you.
So it's a different ballgame entirely, because one, you have to work, you have to have like a full-time job to balance yourself, and then for you to have time for yourself socially is not something very easy. And that's me, like that's my life. Like all I wanted to do in my life was dance, But I got here and I'm like, oh, Benny, go and walk. I'm even
Don't be shere.
Don't be shere. So but I had to adjust to that. I mean, for a responsible person who's got like a lot of people looking up to you,
Mhm.
you just have to look for a way to just balance up, you know? So I came here. It wasn't easy at first, but I started small,
And here we are,
and here we are.
the big
I
time.
can say that, okay, I know some parts of Toronto at least.
Yes, so and you are one of the most understand MC, bringing us to that aspect. The last time I saw you, okay, no, let me put it like this. When I was planning my production, a roll long, and we were, kind of fixing it for the cast and everything, I spoke to my director. I said, "Oh, I wanted Agbaje to be on my set." So I was trying to like, it was like because the way I know you, I call you Papi J, but I think they call you with another name. Okay, I said Agbaje, but he knows you as
Someone,
another
yeah,
name.
yeah,
So I was trying to crack it there. I said, "Oh, that guy in Office Palava.
yeah.
What happened to Office Palava?"
Well, Office Palava, first of all, it was a mini series that we tried to put out together to me in conjunction with Adiba Connector, and
Okay,
it was going well. But you know, it's not easy putting things like that
it's
together in
not
Canada. To
good.
continue is very difficult. Talking about the timing, the the financial implications and all that, it's a big deal, you know. So after doing the first season, we decided to put a pause to it. It's still gonna come back,
Okay,
but we're gonna put our stuff together and get ourselves together and see how we can do it better.
better.
Because I won't lie to you. The response that we got from the first one is not that encouraging because I think it's because most people are not so much interested in sitting down to watch
Yeah,
stuff. They're not
busy.
putting that direct effort to support what we are doing back here. But it's actually changing now, you know. So I'm hoping that by the time we're ready for the next one, it will be way better and yeah, we can get more traffic on YouTube to watch it and stuff like that, you know. So
And you're
yeah,
doing well in acting. Like I am a living witness. Errol, you blew them out. And another one is coming from me again that you have done good.
I
So
know.
why MC job again?
Well, first off, acting was something I just wanted to do. Like even when I wanted to go into the university, I wanted to read theater art, right? But
Mm-hmm.
for some reasons, my uncles were like, over this idea, no, we won't let you do that. Just do something more professional. And I was like, okay, whatever it is. And my strength is that I'm a versatile person.
Mm-hmm.
I can decide to just sit down and you give me something to do. I think that's like associated with my horoscope sign, Leo. I'm a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
So, I could just, you give me something to do. I'll make sure I find a way
You
to
kill
do it,
it,
you know?
yeah.
So me reading economics was really not what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in theater, but, well, I just had to, you know, and I took that advice. I'm glad it worked for me, at least. But, along the line, I still had that interest in me. I'll be in my room sometime, put on my bowler hat, and with just my bowler hat, I'll create like 4 characters all by myself, you know, one fine guy, one funny guy, one average looking guy, and a beggar, you know. From there, I would talk to the mirror and stuff like that. I used to do it a lot. And when I saw the opportunity to act in Canada, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I think this is it, you know.
No.
But it was difficult because you can't put in so much time, right? Because you have to have your regular jobs and all that. So, but I was able to do it a couple of times, and I think I was satisfied with the response that I
I
got
go
from people
from
like, "Oh, you good? You do see that?"
Mhm.
So I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it." And at the same time, MC, I've always been a public person, right? I can remember back in Nigeria when my sister had a wedding, and for some reason, I think the MC didn't show up, so I just took it without planning it.
Oh,
And then I did it. And the DJ called me. I was like, wow, do you do this professionally? I said, no, I just did it. It's my sister. And I was like, oh my God, you do it so well.
well,
Why don't you just do it professionally? I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna think of that. That's about like 9, 10 years ago. Then I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna put some thought into it. But along the line, I was doing my business. I was working back in Nigeria, so I didn't really have much time to do all that. And Then I came to Canada. I saw an opportunity for me to get in there normally, but I started doing it for people like within just within the
Sitting room
sitting
thing
room
and also.
hall, condo halls, and all
Mm-hmm.
that, you know. But then 2 years ago, someone came to me and said, you know what, you did it for someone about a few years ago, and I want you to do the same for me. I'm like, okay, no problem. And I did it. The person was like, okay, this is nice. I'm going to introduce you to another person. And from there, I started picking up MC jobs,
Jobs.
and so far, so good. I would say I'm enjoying it. There's nothing like you doing something you really enjoy, you know? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this.
So,
And it gives me an opportunity to showcase
what
my
you love doing.
dance, you know? And be like talking in front of people is like you want to see the expression. That's something I've always wanted all this while, you
I
know?
remember those days. So I remember those days. We'll put Bessie down
You
and
understand?
this is our dance.
I've always wanted to be in front of people to dance. And back when I was in University of Ilorin, I used to have a dance group called the Fizzy Flexers. We used to dance a lot, go to shows and stuff like that. I enjoyed it. And I was just looking for an opportunity to keep doing that. And that I have now, apart from the fact that I talk. I don't know if I talk well, but people say I do.
You do.
So apart from the fact that I'm able to talk to people and I get response, I'm able to dance as well, you know? So it's not just about the money for me. It's about what I love to
Yeah.
do, you know? So yeah.
So on a more serious note now, because I know it's not easy, Ismail. It's not easy fitting in into all these things, especially the MC thing, because
Mm.
we have people that have been there, people that are growing, and you joining. So how's the acceptance be like? How they received you? No,
Mm.
amongst them.
Well, I would say that I'm
Or
actually,
rather, let me rephrase it. Hope they are not seeing you as a threat.
well, I believe Yoruba people would say that Ojo Orun teye fo lai farakọ. And with that, whoever sees me as a threat is probably not good enough.
Mm.
And but I would say something like I'm really, really impressed at the acceptance level of all the MCs that has been in the game before I joined them,
Mhm.
starting from MC First Brown Comedian, a lot of them like that. They all try to put me out there. In fact, if they have shows and then they can't go, they will give it to me and then I'll go do it. Like, it's great. Like, I really appreciate them a lot. And to be sincere, like, yeah, they're really doing good for me. Like, nobody's giving me bad energy so far,
Yeah.
you know?
So, how will you describe your style of MCing? Because personally, I always look at this MC thing like there are different kind of MC. They are like the stand-up comedy thing. They do comedy. Is it the same thing with being like an event kind of MC? So how do you describe your own kind of?
Well, as a master of celebration, two things you got to know. You have to know your crowd. You have to know your audience. I mean, and there is no way you will be in front of people and not want to get some kind of response from them.
Mhm.
Is it that you want them to frown, you want them to laugh?
Sure.
It's a two-way communication, whether they like it or not. They might not be talking, but the fact that they're responding to you, you have to be able to read them. So there's some people they want to come for an event, depending on the kind of event. If it's a show, definitely you have to crack some jokes, right? Well, I've always been a jester, you know. Sometimes when I see that my people are bored, I try to throw in some Ilori accent or Igba accent or just do whatever I think I can do in English, you know. I'm not much of a comedian, you know, but I think it comes to me naturally to say things that people will laugh at, you know. So I do that just to get my people going. And then sometimes I see it's burning. I'm like, okay, let's set up some games. All right, let's dance a little bit, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
that's my specialty, you know. You get so going from kids as my audience to adults, I've always got a plan. What am I going to do today? Just to keep the event going, not to make it boring, you know. So basically, I will say My style. What's my style again? But
Just came as
I
entertained.
yeah, I'm an entertainer, you know.
Yeah.
So I can literally go into anything just to make my crowd accept me, you know.
So how do you balance your life? Because I know you had, but probably you still have it, your 9 to 5 job. So how do you balance all this thing?
Yeah, well, definitely in Canada, it's easier for you to have a 9 to 5. At least that sorts your bills out, your regular bills. You know, the cost of living in Canada is crazy. I could just live on what I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
on my like a side gig right now, my MC job, my acting and all that. But what if it doesn't come?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to have like a regular job and then a backup plan. So my contingency plan right now, which hopefully is going to be my major, is acting and MCing.
Oh, good.
You know, hopefully, and when I'm able to incorporate my dancing school, because I hope to do that, that will be my major thing that I'm concentrating as my source of income. You know, so but right now I have a 9 to 5. And well, 9 to 5 here is not really 9 to 5, 9 to 5. It could be a night shift, it could be day shift. So I try to plan myself in such a way that I get some shifts that accommodates my
Your
programs.
programs
You get
and
what I'm trying to
everything.
say. So whatever I'm able to pick up at that time just to make ends meet, I do it. I know, okay, yes, that is settled. And then I go do my thing that I really love.
So any special plan, like what should we be looking forward to moving forward? Because we have
Yes.
combination of you acting, any work in progress. And before I forget, have you done anything back home in Nigeria that's probably we missed out on in terms of your acting
Acting?
career?
Actually, no. Nothing.
Okay, so apparently everything manifested here
Here,
in
yeah.
Canada.
Actually, there was a time, Queen Mother Yabojo wanted to write me into a script, but then I don't know what happened. I didn't have time, you know. And then I don't think she even did that production. She was trying to write me into doing something,
Something with dancing. I remember.
dancing, and someone in the corporate world
Yeah,
and
yeah,
dancing at the
dancing. I
same time.
remember that.
I
I
was really
remember that
interested in
time.
that, but for some reason, I don't know. It just
I remember.
you know,
I
it's
remember
crazy.
that
It's
time
crazy back
back
home, you
home.
know. You can't really balance it because you can't define things. Like I couldn't. I don't know. Like
Even here, it's not like
yeah,
we
but
could.
here for me, I think because I used to go by the Ontario slogan, yours to discover, you know.
Mhm.
So I'd be like, if there is really something I want to do, let me get in there. Let's discover it. Because there's really nothing new on the surface of the earth, right? It's just you redoing what everybody has done, you know? So I always had the fear of will people accept it? Would it be nice to put it out there? But then I realized there's nothing new. So you just
It's
have to
true.
try and do the same thing differently. So I started, you know, and it's working. So far, so good.
I'm telling you, it's really nice chatting with you. I'm sorry I can't help but call him Ismail. I'm so sorry. He has been
Well,
my friend from way back. I'm so sorry.
well, the thing is, my first name is Ismail.
I know.
But everybody calls me
Colin,
Kunle Agbaje.
I know.
But the
So
thing is, there's this thing about that first name. Here they call it the government name. It's most of the time when you're in trouble, your parents say,
Ismail.
Ismail! And then when they now put the first and the second name, Ismail
Yeah.
Olakunle, you know you're in trouble.
So,
So I think the other one relaxes me, you know. So
yeah.
Kunle, it's kind of playful. So
I know. And that Papi J, you still haven't told us how it comes to play in your like a signature name.
well, I didn't plan it actually. I have two daughters, right? So the first one is called Jari, and the second one is called Jara. You know. So eventually, a lot of people will want to come here and be like Papi J, Papi Jari, Papi Jara. You know. Then they shorten it to Papi
Papi
J.
J,
You
you
know.
pick it short.
I'm like,
Which one?
okay, Papi J. I think that works. Let's
Yeah,
just do it. And then
that's
I started going by Papi J. That was how I got
got
that
the
one from.
name
And then I
Papi.
felt like it could be a brand, you know. From there, I took it to the next level of branding license plate Papi J, just so
It's easier.
it's easier and then it attracts people. Like people don't know if you're Yoruba, if you're Hausa, if you're Igbo or whatsoever. So it kind of puts you in the neutral level. Like someone recently was trying to contact me and say, I wanted you for my program, but I didn't really want an Igbo person. I wanted a Yoruba person who could really understand people. I said, I don't know and say Igbo. Yoruba man in me. Some people say I look like Igbo, but you should Igbo. So, so
Oh
I
my
just had to make
goodness.
an understand. But with that name, I was able to stay on the fence.
That's nice. That's
There's
interesting.
something in Canada where they call it systematic racism. We have it amongst us too. When people hear Ismail Alunque, Ismail
About
Alunque,
Muslim show.
Muslim. Next week, I think I have a church program coming up that I'm going to host. I would pray, and nobody is going to know I'm a Muslim. If I have a Muslim program, Bismillah, I will do it, and nobody's going to know.
That's
You understand what I'm trying to say? So I'm like, it gives me a platform to stay in the middle of it all. But whatever you bring, I'm versatile. I'm ready to go for it. Let's do it.
okay. Thank you so much for being on our program. But before you go, any word of advice for anyone aspiring to come into the MC line, acting line? Because I know at least you've been there, you know how you started. And this advice I want you to say in the Egba language because I did always battle the Egba dialect.
Okay. Advice tèmi máa ní fún gbogbo ẹni tó bá fẹ́ join theatre ni pé kí wọ́n níṣẹ́ mi o ní Canada yìí ẹ kọ́ níṣẹ́ mi lọ́wọ́ tẹ́ ẹ bá ti níyẹn kò sí wàhálà ẹ̀kejì ni pé kẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ràn nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ ṣe gangan tẹ́ ẹ bá ti fẹ́ràn ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń fọ̀ sí yín ní kò lè work ṣó ti yé so you have to you have to love what you do. Basically, that's it for those people who don't understand Yoruba. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti love fún tẹ̀sí ẹ̀ lálà sí ọlọ́mọ lálà sí wa. So I think basically just love what you do and go for it. Like I used to look forward to some people in the movie industry, and I still hope to work with them. And I call them the KIL, the double K, I, and L in the Yoruba industry. The first K is Kunle Afolayan. He's always coming with something new, something big, something different. Like it's like whatever you're thinking, like my imaginations, and I'm thinking, oh no, that's not possible. We can't do that, and then it just does it. And I'm like, wow, this person is great. And the other K is Kunle Remy. Kunle Remy is so good. Like the way he delivers, my good man. Like it's good. Then the I, oh my God. For this one, I have to start. Ibrahim Tata.
Judging me.
He's so versatile. And I see myself trying to do everything it does. And I just go like, oh my God, is this guy even a human being? Like, it delivers like, with all his strength is, man.
Don't worry.
I'm looking forward to working with him and meeting him at some point. And then the L is Latif Adedimeji.
I've already heard of worked with him.
Yeah?
He has actually been he was on my production.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
I'm looking forward to working with him too. Like, he's a very, very nice person, humble. Like we chatted a couple of times on Instagram, and I was surprised at the way he just accepted that a stranger was talking to him and he was willing to talk, and he flowed very well despite all the hassles of work and all that. So I'm really looking forward to that. His delivery is out of this world. So I'm looking forward to working with him as well. So yeah.
So before we go, Papi J, what is your view on what do you have to say about Waka Canada?
Well, the first time I noticed Waka Canada was actually on Instagram. I didn't know that was you know. So I was like, okay, this person is trying to do something new, right? Bringing entertainment to everybody in Canada and outside Canada, right? In the Nigerian circle. I'm like, okay, this is a good idea. And then I kept seeing content. I'm like, oh, okay. This person is trying to like take it seriously, take it to the next level. And then you reached out to me. I'm like, okay, so you are the one behind Waka Canada. I think it's a well packaged hub for all entertainment, everything that is happening basically in the entertainment world in Canada and with Nigerians. And I think it's a great idea. It's going to encourage a lot of people who wants to be seen, who wants to be part of what's going on in the
Mm-hmm.
entertainment world, which is a very, very fantastic idea. I think with this, definitely most Nigerians are going to be interested in what we're doing and where we're going.
Yeah, yeah. So
So you are like a blessing to the community, you know? Like with you, with Waka Canada, I think it's Nigerians are gonna have better chances of being great in
thank
the
you.
in
Thank
Canada, you
you.
know. So
Thank you so
I'm
much.
really looking forward to seeing more stuff from you guys, and I think yeah, I'm impressed so far with what I'm seeing. You know,
Thank you so much.
yeah, you're
Thank
well
you.
packaged, you're well put together, and I like it.
Thank
I
you.
like it.
So this brings us to the end of today's episode of Celebrity Special. And till we'll see or till we meet again, I'll be bringing another sought after celebrity on the show. Till then, do have a lovely day.